Mm, mm. All right. Welcome to Fortune Stresses. Over here, I just do my hair. I'm on a healthy, relaxed hair journey, so I try to do healthy things with my hair. So today in this live, I am continuing to take down my mini twists. I put these mini twists in my hair about a month ago. So I am now in the process of taking them down. I've did a live, one live before now. I was on my second row. So I'm just going to continue to take my mini twist down, and then I will talk about this news story that I seen that's quite funny to me. But I'm going to take down my hair first. So anytime that you are taking braids out of your hair, you should always use conditioner in or oil. So I am actually using conditioner, liquid leave-in conditioner, cream conditioner, and oil today to help me to remove my mini twist. So the liquid conditioner I am using is Camille Rose Mint Condition Braid and Scalp Spray, Sea Moss and Aloe Vera. That is this. That is this spray right here. And then the cream I am using Shea Moisture, Manuka Honey, and Mafera Oil Intensive Hydration Leave-In Conditioner. That's this conditioner right here. And the oil I am using is actually almond oil and rosemary oil, which is in this bottle right here. So I'm just gonna jump right into it. If I miss any comments, I will turn around occasionally, but most of this live will be I will be facing the back because I do have the back of my hair to do. So if I when I turn around when I catch a comment, I will definitely respond. I'm not trying to annoy anybody. I'm just trying to get this hair done, and then we will talk about this new story. So this is how much I got done so far, which is most of the back. So, and I got my hair sectioned off in these stretched out because my hair actually it holds up better when it's in a stretched out state. So that's what I learned since I've been doing my mini twists. Oh, I'm not supposed to be taking this part out already. I done got distracted. Just the part I'm supposed to be taking out. So I'm gonna try to get a row done. Okay, I think that goes over there. All right. Well, thank you for being here. Thank you for liking the live. If you have not liked the live, please make sure that you like the live. I'm running into some trouble, but I'm going to take my time. I'm not going to rush through it because the name of the game is to retain left. So I have to take my time. There we go. I am a relaxed girly, but I am currently, I believe, four 4 months post relaxer currently. So I got a lot of new growth. This relaxer stretch, so I could tell the line of demarcation, which is the line between the new growth and my already relaxed ends. So I can tell this is all the new growth here, and it stops right about here. So I got a good amount of new growth this stretch, which I'm really happy about. And it's twisted at the end, and then towards the root of my hair, I plaited it. So it's a three strand braid at the top and a two-strand braid at the bottom. I'm getting some shedded hair. So far, this is the shedded hair that I have. Oh, I have some comments. Okay. Hi, Polly Pocket. How are you? Thank you for being here. Your hair appears to be relaxed with new growth. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Um, this is Nikki Anderson. My mother does my hair. Oh, okay. That's awesome. How are you, Nikki Anderson? Thank you for being here. I wash my relaxed hair weekly and keep it wet mostly. Yeah, that's the best way to do it. That is the best way to do it. So my hair has been in these mini twists for a total of 4 months now, I believe. And I am 4 months post relaxer, maybe hitting towards 5 months. And most of the time, my hair is put away. Like I don't keep my hair out a lot at all. But I do, I do like to have my hair out every now and then, especially when I get some new growth, some growth on it. So I am definitely trying to retain length. I am on a hair journey over here, and it has been a time. It has been a time. But what I can say about my hair journey on YouTube, let me think. Oh, dang, YouTube. My message is helpful review. Okay. Hi, Yusuf, Yusuf John. That's what I can get from that. But yeah, it has been a time trying to retain length. But what I can say about my hair journey on YouTube is that I have learned so much by starting a hair journey on YouTube. I have learned so much. And I'm so proud of how far I have came. I'm so proud. If you take a look at my very first video, like my hair was trash. It was trash, but I didn't even know. I honestly didn't know it was as bad as it was. I really did not know it was as bad as it was. I knew it was pretty bad, but I didn't know it was that bad. And all it was so bad because of the things that I was doing with my hair. I was just doing so many toxic. I had such toxic ways with my hair. For one, I always kept my hair either between braids or wigs. Always, like I never really wore my hair out too much often at all. Um, I didn't do any maintenance to my hair. I would relax my hair, but I didn't do any protein treatments. I didn't do any moisturizing treatments. I didn't do any masks. I didn't do any hot oil treatments. I didn't do anything. Um, it was relaxer, braids, leave my braids in. I used to leave my braids in for like, man, like 6 months. So I had different types of braids that I used to get. I used to get I used to get long like pixie braids or whatever, and I used to go to the braiding shop. That was my thing. That was definitely my thing. So I used to get long pixie braids or whatever, like they would cut them off like a wrap type of style or whatever. I used to get those. I got the long, what was they called? Dang, I don't even know the long braids, the long braids. I got them at a point in time. When I used to get my braids in the pixie cut and the long braids, I would keep my braids in for 4 to 5 months. 4 to 5 months, like literally. And my logic then was I would keep them in so long because of how much it costs to get braids done. Now I don't even know how much braids cost to get done, but back then when I used to get them, um, the long pixie and the long what is they called? It's called something. The box braids, the long box braids. They were $200 a pop. $200 a pop. Then I used to get mini. Hey, what was the name of them braids? Mini, micro minis. I used to get micro minis. So those are the ones. Those are the ones with like mainly human hair. Sometimes it would be like a human hair mixed with synthetic hair or whatever. And I would buy the hair myself. And the hair was between, I want to say like a bundle was like $100. I want to know $60 between 60 and $100. Like 60, I think it was about $60. So I would get 3 packs of that. So that was like what $120, almost over a little over 200. And then I would go get my hair done, which was 160. So that's probably a good $400 or $500 right there. So because I was spending so much money, my logic was okay. The pixie cut and the long box braids, I would keep them in for 4 to 5 months. But then the micro minis, because they were smaller, and I felt like I could keep my hair on longer, I would keep them in 6 months. I would keep them braids in 6 months of my hair. So yeah, it was a tragedy. It was a tragedy. I remember at one point when I used to go get my hair done at the braiding shop, my whole edges, like my edges was gone. And like when you sit in the shop and they doing your hair, it's like you feel them, braiding your hair into the braid or whatever. But you like, yeah, when they finish, my hair gonna be this, that, and the third. And because they was braiding all of my hair, all of my edges and everything, and because how long I kept my hair in, I was losing my edges like crazy. Like yeah, I gotta do I gotta do a video. I did a video before where though I posted a video of my edges and stuff, but it was bad. So then I got the idea like, okay, all right. I went on YouTube. I learned how to grow my edges back. So I grew my edges back. So I was like, when I go back to the hair shop, I'm going to tell them to leave my edges out. So I would gel my edges down before I go to the shop or whatever. And then I would go to the shop, and when they start braiding my hair, I tell them like, don't braid this part. I don't want this part braided. So they wouldn't braid this part. They would braid behind it, but I still end up losing my hair like behind the edges where the braid. I lost hair, so it was like I had edges, but then all of this was gone. Like I've been through some things with my hair. So then 2020 hit. 2020 hit and I just was like, no, like I had a I had like a 2020 depression. I was going through a 2020 depression. Like I didn't want to be around anybody. I didn't like it was really, really bad. I mean, it was to the point where as though like if I be walking on the street and people coming this way, I would go all the way around. Like I had a real bad depression in 2020. I'm not even gonna lie. So me going to the hair shop was just out of the question because I remember before 2020 and I used to go get my hair done. Like I love my African braiding shops. I love them. I love them. I love them. God bless you guys. I love you. I love you. My sisters, I love you. But it was a lot of things that in 2020 I just was like, no. Like I remember going to the braiding shop, and usually sometimes if it's not too busy or whatever, it'll be two and three of them doing your hair or whatever. So you'll have one on this side, one on this side, one in the back or whatever. And they be doing their thing, they be going, 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 going. But I also remember them having conversations. I don't know if they would be angry. They talking their language, so I never understood what they were saying. But they would be having some really heated conversations, and I remember a couple times when they was having these conversations and everything. You know, they right over top of me. I remember a couple times spit flying on my face, like on the side of my face. So in 2020, thinking about spit flying on my face and they having their little conversations, I was like, no, not going to the braiding shop, not going to the braiding shop. So I always knew how to braid my hair. Well, yeah, I always knew how to braid my hair. I didn't think I could actually braid my own hair. So because I had the toxic waste that I had, far as getting my hair done, and braids, I would have braids coming out in the front. I learned how to put braids back into the front of my hair. So I knew how to put braids in the front of my hair. So, but when 2020 happened, it was like, ugh, I can't go to the braiding shop. I need my hair done. Like I was very dependent upon braids, like very dependent. So I was like, well, let me see if I could try to do my own hair. And I did my own hair. I did my own hair. The first time it was a little, you know what I'm saying? It was a little looking like a little kid did it, but I did it or whatever. And that was the start of me braiding my own hair. Because after that point, I realized like I could braid my own hair. I don't need to go to the braiding shop. I would be saving so much money, like $400 to $500 I'm saving on braiding my own hair. So with me braiding my own hair, it also came with me trying to learn and educate myself about braiding my hair and about my hair. So that came time for my channel. And then also it's like it's like a responsibility when you have a hair channel, when you have a channel, when you are broadcasting certain things and you're trying to show certain things, it's like it's a level of responsibility that you have. Like I want to show you guys the right way. I want to show you guys the right thing to do. Um, so like I had to change a lot of things about what I was doing with my hair. And this hair journey is a journey. It is most definitely a journey, and I have learned so much. And I appreciate you guys out on YouTube. I appreciate you guys so much because when people see something that you are doing that is not right, they will tell you, they will point it out. Let me look at my comments because I didn't miss so much. Lord. Oh, okay. All right. Let me get into the comments real quick. Okay. I never wore a wig over braids. I haven't done that in almost 2 years. I know that's right. Yeah, wigs was my thing. I'm gonna get into that too. Um, like Moesha hairstyle. Yes. Yep. I love that hairstyle. Way too long, sis. Yeah, yeah. I know, right? Now, now I can look back at it like I was very toxic with my hair. Like, and I didn't even know, I didn't even know. It's crazy because as it grows, you're flipping the hair out the way and keeping them in so long. By the time you take them out, it's all broken off. Yup. Where are you from? I am from Maryland. I am in Baltimore, Maryland. So yeah, that's where I'm from. But yeah, so I was talking about the comments on YouTube. So I have been getting relaxers in my hair since Lord have mercy, since I was about 9. So my mom did my hair from about 9 until probably my teenage years, probably. And I think even after that, she was still putting like relaxer in my hair. So probably about when I actually moved out around 18 is when I started becoming responsible for my hair. So I knew how to put a relaxer in my hair from, my mother putting a relaxer in my hair. So I've been putting a relaxer in my hair since I was pretty much 18. I started my YouTube journey about 3 years ago, which I was, I know I was, I had to be like 34, 35, because I'm 43 now. Um, and it was definitely 34. No. I'm wrong. I'm 34, 35. Probably 36. Probably 36, because I actually got pregnant with the twins when I was 40. So probably around 36, 37, I started my YouTube journey. So I'm doing what I thought was a tutorial of putting my relaxer in. And doing my putting my relaxer in like I normally put my relaxer in since I've been 18. And somebody commented on my video, like, sis, you can't put relaxer on all of your hair. You're only supposed to put it on your new growth. I'm looking at the comment like, look, it's always somebody. It's always somebody that got comment some nonsense. But then something told me like I heard this before, so I started doing research. And what do you know? Turns out I've been putting my relaxer in my hair the wrong way since I was 18 years old. Since I've been 18 years old, I've putting all the relaxer on all of my hair. Like, seriously, like all of my hair. I I don't know if this is something new that we just discovered, but I know I just discovered it and I was blown away. So when the person made the comment, I did not respond, and I always like try to give myself time to respond to comments, especially if it's a comment that kind of like hurts my feelings a little bit. I try to give myself time to respond to the comment because being on social media, like you need time to respond to the comment, because some comments are not meant to actually hurt you. Some comments are actually meant to help you. So I had to take a minute, and when I actually looked into it, it's like every single video, if you in the relaxed hair community, every single video, like, don't relax. Like, I've seen maybe one or two, and I'm not lying, I have seen maybe one or two videos on YouTube where people relax all of their hair and they are not fully natural. Now, if you fully natural, then you have to relax all of your hair. But yeah, that was like, and then I read the relaxer box, and it says on the relaxer box, like, so I learned that. Um, I learned something else about mixing tea tree oil and conditioner, like conditioner, not leave-in conditioner, but conditioner. So yeah, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot on my YouTube journey. So yeah, I can say that everything I have learned has definitely been helping me out tremendously with my hair. So recently, I made the decision to not wear wigs and also put synthetic hair in my hair anymore. The wig decision came, I don't know, just me researching things and looking at things and then understanding or looking deeper into myself actually. Um, so one of the things I question myself when wearing wigs or whatever, and it could have been a lot of influence from a lot of different videos and people that I watch and podcasters, and it could have been a lot of influence. But one of the questions I had to ask myself is like, when I wear wigs, like, what is the purpose of me wearing this wig? And am I trying to hide my hair? Am I trying to cover my hair? Am I trying to look like somebody I'm not? Am I like like these are the questions I had to ask myself. And all the wigs that I wore up until my last wig, which was 2 years ago, all the wigs I have worn have been of a texture of somebody else's hair. I never wore lace front wigs. I don't do them mainly because I don't know how to do lace front wigs. And also I've heard a lot of things where as though they take out the front of your hair. Now I do know that they have glueless lace front wigs where as though you could just plop it onto the edge of your hair, whatever, and maybe your edges will be fine or whatever. But I didn't do lace front wigs simply because I never knew how to do them. And looking at tutorials and videos, that's like too much time. Lord have mercy, you gotta, first of all, you gotta get the wig, then you gotta pluck or bleach the front of it, then you gotta um lay it down, then you gotta cut the lace towards your headline. Oh, and then the glue or the spray, the freeze spray, and then you gotta put the headband. Like it, it's too much. It's too much for me. I'm sorry, it's too much for me. Then they got the lace fronts, like the 360 lace front, where so they go all the way around. Like I ain't got that type of time. I ain't got that type of time. So I never wore those type of wigs, but I always did wear the like the shake on and go wigs or whatever, where you like the grandmama wigs. I call them the grandmama wigs because that's the type of wigs our grandmothers used to wear. Now my grandmother never wore no wigs like that I can remember, but my great grandmother, she used to have her wig on. But yeah, I just like to plop it on and go wigs or whatever. So I started looking at myself like, why am I trying to hide my hair? Like, why am I? And then, like, I always felt different when I put wigs on. Like, I definitely felt like I was somebody else. So then it came to a point like, okay, all right, I get the point of wearing wigs as a protective style or whatever and everything. I get it. But why do I have to get wigs that don't match my hair texture? Why do I have to get wigs that are another woman's hair texture, another race hair texture? So then I got a afro textured wig, and I loved it. I loved it. It was like, and it was more closer to my actual texture because I my natural texture is probably about 4C. So it was more closer to my natural hair texture. And I will say I absolutely loved that wig. I loved it. Like, yeah. So that was my last wig that I wore 2 years ago. And I just made the decision, like, just to be who I am. Just to be who I am. Like, this is what I look like. This is who I am. So, like, yeah, that's like, if you don't like it, that's fine. But I like it. I love who I am. So yeah. So then I was still doing my synthetic hair. I was still doing my box braids. I was still doing my box braids. So I learned better methods on doing my box braids and how long I kept my box braids in, but I still found myself losing hair. Now, one of the last box braids I did, was it the last one? I think it was the one before the last one. But I had some, I wanted to do the really long box braids or whatever, and I only kept them in for a month. But what I did with my hair, so this is what caused me to get bald spots in my hair. So my I braided my hair. They were really really long. They were down to like the tip of my back or whatever, the tip of my butt. They were really long. They were very nice. Um, they were very very heavy. So like anytime when I would go to the restroom, when I would go to bed, when I take a shower, I would put the braids up on the top of my head. Now, because it was so many braids or whatever, I would put it in a very tight bun on my head. And I did this like every night, every day, every night, every day, every night. So when it came time for me to take my braids out, huh, I had a nice little bald spot. I believe it was on this side. I had a nice little bald spot on this side of my hair because I was just, and then like when I would put them up on top of my head, I would feel the pulling. Like you can feel the pulling, and then I would make the bun tighter. Like I just I don't know. So that was what kind of led me to not put synthetic hair in my hair. And also, I noticed something else while I was putting synthetic hair in my hair. I noticed like my ends were thinning out tremendously. They were thinning out tremendously. So it was like I would get new growth and my hair would grow, but my ends was looking horrible. Like they were horrible. Now, also, I can't blame it all on the synthetic hair. Also, I am iron deficient and anemic. So that could play a part in why my ends was horrible as well. So the iron deficiency anemia on top of I believe the synthetic hair rubbing against my ends, like my hair looking horrible. So I came to the decision how long ago? Maybe a year ago. I think I've been doing mini twists and mini braids for a year now. I believe I gotta look back at my channel and check. So I came to the decision that I would not be putting synthetic hair in my hair anymore. Um, Also, I this don't have really nothing to do with it, but I have a daughter. I have a daughter. First of all, I have 5 children. I have a 25-year-old, a 23-year old. I have a 7-year old, and I have twins that are 2. So one of the twins, she is my first girl. So part of the decision, and it really, I don't think this had anything to do with it, but when me and my husband was discussing things about, my daughter and what she sees and how she sees me and hair and everything, we had these discussions, whatever. Um, One of the things that he was very um was very important to him is that our daughter sees me like with my hair and not like fake hair, because that is a big discussion that we had, and we don't want our daughter to have any type of fake hair in her hair. We don't want her to have any braids, any tracks, any wigs, any like weaves. We don't want her to have any of that. So therefore, it was very important to him, because he was on that lines of, well, if she sees me, she's going to want to get these things done in her hair. But at that time, I was in the lines like, listen, I'm not getting rid of my synthetic hair. Like my that like braids is me. I am braids since I've been 16. So like I don't know what you're talking about. But one of the decisions that I did make for my daughter is that in probably about 2 more years, maybe three, I'm pushing it into the three. I will go fully natural. And it is because I want my daughter to see like our hair. We don't have the same hair texture, but I want her to see that natural hair is beautiful, and I don't want her to look at my hair and think like, oh, because my hair is kind of straight or whatever and everything, like, and I don't want her to think that relaxer is the way to go. So I will do that, and that was something I already wanted to do or whatever. But far as what my husband was saying about her seeing me in fake hair or whatever, like that was just like whatever. Like, but now, because of the health of my hair, I have made the decision I will not put synthetic hair in my hair anymore. So then, while I was on my journey, but doing my actual hair and mini braids or whatever and mini twists and stuff, then a study came out talking about synthetic hair, and I was blown away. I was blown away. So they are trying to say allegedly, because it's a lot of things out there. I think something that says like, I don't know, but allegedly, I'm gonna go with allegedly, that synthetic hair is causing cancer. It can cause cancer. It has some type of carcinogenic or carcinogen, something like that, and that actually causes cancer. And when I was doing the research on how synthetic hair is made, I was blown away. I was blown away. So, back in the day, I'm thinking the whole time, I'm seriously thinking that synthetic hair came from like a horse or something. Because you remember back in the day, well, I'm kind of older or whatever. So back in the day, they used to be like, hey, girl, that ain't fair. Get that horsey back his hair. So I was thinking like synthetic hair came from horses, I guess. I don't know. But when I actually did the research to find out, like synthetic hair is made from chemicals, and there was the Koreans, I believe. I think they're Korean or Chinese, Japanese. I don't know. Japanese. I think they're Japanese. I'm not sure. But anyway, they came up with how to make the hair or whatever. And it is, first it starts off like some type of chemical. It looks as if it's like some type of tar. It actually looks like tar, like the tar that you lay down on the ground. It actually looks like that or whatever. So they take it and they have like this comb type of thing or whatever. And they, okay, so they, I guess they make it, I don't know how they make it, but they make it or whatever. So it comes out in a pan or whatever. So they take like the little comb thing and rake it through and do this type of weaving motion all the way around, and they keep doing it or whatever. And then once they finish, I don't know how long they do it or whatever. Once they finish, then it comes out like a hair texture. And when I seen that, I was blown away. So to say that it may cause cancer, yeah, because if it start off like a chemical tar type of substance or whatever, and then they do this and weave it and it's hair, like, yeah, yeah, I definitely could believe it. I definitely could believe it. So yeah, that just really sealed the deal for me. Like the deal was already sealed for me, because like I wanted to change in my hair. I wanted to see a change in my hair. So the deal, whew, this one's a hard one because it's all the way in the back. But the deal was already sealed for me. But once I seen that, and then the study came out, yeah, I will not be putting synthetic hair in my hair anymore. So this is what my go-to protective styles will be from now on. My long-term protective styles, it will be between mini braids and mini twists. So I did mini twists for the first time around this time actually. And what I can say is that I prefer mini twists than mini braids because mini braids mini braids are so, for my hair texture and the length of my hair, they are so like kind of like stiff. They don't really have too much movement. Um, yeah, it's a lot different. But mini twist for me is a lot looser. My hair has movement. There's bounce. And I could do different type of styles, and it looks nice, especially now that my hair is growing a lot more than what it was before. So I think I prefer mini twists over mini braids. But what I can say about mini twists is that I've learned. Now, what I was doing with my mini twists before was I was doing my mini twists, and then how I would go to bed at night, I would just put them up in a bonnet. So now I've learned to stretch my hair out like this, like how I have it stretched out. If I stretch it out this way, it'll last a lot longer and look a lot better. So that's what I've learned. So yeah, that's my my whole little hair rundown. I wasn't even supposed to talk about my hair, but I guess I needed to talk about something. But yeah, let me check comments. Yes. Oh, okay. Oh, a lot of comments. Oh my goodness. I thought so. I'm from, where are you? I thought from Brooklyn. Oh, okay. What's up? What's up? Big up, Mule. Big up, big up. Yes, it is. Yes, it's true. Adding relax to the hair that's already relaxed is over processing the hair. It's a highly caustic caustic. The chemicals will cause the hair to thin and fall out. Yep. I've learned that. Yeah, my son is woke. Well, where's my husband? He better go get the baby. Yeah, it's too complicated for me. I have plenty of hair, so why wear a wig? I'm not a cancer patient. Yeah, yeah, that's very true. Protective style. How? Because a wig isn't really protective if glue is added and gel is on the edges. The lies black women tell themselves. Well, so I do believe in a sense it is a protective style. Um, do I know any examples of women? I mean, I don't I don't know. I've seen a lot of examples of women that I I I kind of think that if it's done right, it could be a protective style. But I think what happens with us is that we like my how I was very toxic with my braids because stuff costs so much money. We tend to leave things in longer than what it should be left in. So I would think that if you got a lace front wig or whatever and everything, um, I don't know, with the gel, with the glue and the gel. I don't know. But maybe not leave it in as long and then also give your hair a break. I think that's where we have our biggest issues that in the black hair community is that we don't know how to give our hair a break. It's like one style to the next style to the next style to the next style. instead of just letting our hair breathe. And when our hair is breathing, it should be breathing, not with another wig or not with another protective style. It should be breathing. Like we should be able to be comfortable wearing our hair as it is. So like, and I've learned in this past year actually, how to try to be comfortable with my hair. So it is a big difference. It is a big difference. I'm not gonna lie, especially when people are used to seeing you a certain way and then they see you a different way. It's definitely a big difference. Um, but you have to be able to try to be comfortable in your own hair and your own body and your own skin. And try to ignore the feelings. Like what I noticed about me wearing my hair, my actual hair out, I noticed that I don't get as many compliments as I used to get when I used to wear synthetic hair and wigs. Even when my hair is freshly, when I freshly do my mini twists or mini braids or whatever, I rarely get compliments anymore. It is very rare that I get a compliment. But I am okay with that. I am okay with that because I understand that I'm doing something different. I'm doing something healthy for my hair, and this is for me. It's not for anybody else. It's for me. So yeah, it takes a lot to get to that point. I am 43 now, and I'm just coming into that point. If I 25, let me go back to 25, it wouldn't have happened. I wouldn't have been able to do this at 25. So it takes a lot, and it takes true confidence within yourself. It takes true confidence within yourself, and I think that's a lot that we don't have. A lot of us don't have true confidence, and we hide behind wigs and the braids and everything. And one of my purposes for having this channel is to try to encourage women to be comfortable in their own hair, whether that is relaxed or natural. To just be comfortable in your own hair and be able to go outside and be okay for real. Because we are so used to being covered up. And now, in the day that we live in, people that's considered, it's so funny to me that women who do a bunch of makeup and have a lot of weaves and stuff in their hair and stuff, they really consider themselves to be the pretty girls. They really consider themselves to be the pretty girls. They say things like, because we care about ourselves and because we pretty, but in all reality, if you take all that hair off, if you take that makeup off, what do you really look like, sis? What do you really look like? And I've seen so many examples. One example, I talked about a little while ago, the mom who was in, I think she was in Detroit, I believe, and she left her children abandoned for 5 years or whatever. And if you go through her Facebook, she all made up, she looked real pretty, real nice, whatever, hair nice, all that. But when she got locked up, them pictures it didn't look the same. It didn't look like the same person. Like, yeah, yeah, it's like, what do you really look like under all of that hair and makeup? Like, is it really giving as pretty as you think that you are or whatever? So I really want women to be comfortable in who they are, and who they are. So I feel like a channel like mine is really needed because, like, I'm showing you guys this is my hair, this is what I look like. Sometimes I have makeup on. Today is one of them days that I do not have makeup on, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. And I want all of us to be okay with that. Like, it's nice to be made up. It's nice if you have a special occasion to go to. It's nice to do all this glamorous stuff or whatever and everything. But every day, when it comes to a point, every single day, you got to be made up. Every single day, you got to have a wig on. Every single day, you got to look a certain way. Yeah, that's something that we need to dive into. We need to do some soul searching and deep diving or whatever. And then what I find that a lot of women that always have their makeup on, always have their hair done, always have these wigs on. A lot of them women talk bad about women who don't wear wigs and natural and that don't wear wigs and a bunch of makeup or whatever. They talk really bad about them. But we all look just about the same. Like, yeah, we got different skin tones and skin colors or whatever, but yeah, we look just about the same. Like, yes, we have different hair textures and all that. You know what I'm saying? But deep down, under all that makeup and all them fancy wigs, but I just want women to be more comfortable with who they are, and we got to stop hiding. And then and also, like, who the money that's going into whew, the money that's going into these hair companies and these wigs or whatever, like, is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Thousands of dollars. Like, a good wig, a good, like, human type of hair wig or whatever. Yeah, that's gonna range you up in the thousands for real. Like, when we could just wear our own hair for nothing. Well, not for nothing, because the hair products that we have to use, and maybe one day, hopefully, we can get away from that as well. But yeah, at least let's just get rid of these wigs and weaves and stuff, and embrace our actual hair. Like, yeah. Let me see. Okay. I went off on that comment. All right, the ponytails, rubber bands, and heavy hairstyles are not protective. Very true. Doing all of that self love is plastic and petroleum. Yeah, yeah, yes. All right, so where are we? All right, I got about four, I think four. So I think I'm gonna do this one and then start the news story. Um, how long am I? We going into an hour. I ain't even start the news story yet. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, let me drink some water. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. All right. All right. Oh, I'm on this side. Like, where am I? Yeah, I'm gonna get this one done. Then I start with this news story. This news story is a lot lighter than my last news story. Oh my goodness, the last news story I talked about, it really had me. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, it really had me. But this is a lighter one. So after I'm live here, I'm supposed to do, I'm going to do a TikTok live for the first time. And I am super, super nervous. I have never done a TikTok live before. So I will be doing one this morning. Okay. All right. Let me start this news story. All right. So I seen this news story on I want to say my YouTube, my Google feed. All right. So the title that I wrote down: Raccoon broke into liquor store and ran it up. I thought that was really funny. All right. It says drunk raccoon found passed out on the liquor store floor after breaking in. Oh, let me show the picture of the raccoon. So that's the raccoon. All right. It says staff at a Virginia store got a shock on Saturday when they came into work to find a raccoon had burglared the store, drinking its way through the spirits section. The masked bandit was found passed out in the bathroom between the toilet and bin, having helped itself to bottles on the bottom shelf. So the bottom shelf, that's the good liquor, right? I think that's the good liquor. Because the bottom, the top, I think the bottom is the good liquor. So it says animal control officer Samantha Martin transported the suspect for questioning a Hanover County Animal Protection and Shelter. Oh, for questioning a Hanover County Protection and Shelter, but not before it had a chance to sober up. So he was dead wasted. Like after a few hours of sleep and zero signs of injury, other than maybe a hangover, the animal was safely released back into the wild. The Ashland ABC store had been closed Thanksgiving when it suffered it its Black Friday break-in. This happened on Black Friday. When staff arrived Saturday, they found smashed bottles and liquor pooling on the floor, including is apparent, including what did I write? I don't even know what that says. Apparently, I guess that says triple. Wait a minute. It's apparent triple of choice scotch. I guess that's what that says. Officer Martin said the animal had fallen through one of the ceiling tiles before going on a full blown rampage, drinking everything. Only on blurry CCTV image of the boozy break in exits. So it's unknown just how much alcohol the thirsty creature consumed before passing out in the bathroom. In a social media post, the store thanked Hanover County Animal Protection and Shelter for its professionalism in providing its visitor with a sober ride home. Officer Martin said it was just another day in the life of an animal control officer. So that is so crazy to me. Let me step out the way. So, what I want to know, like, is it that bad out here? Like, we got raccoons breaking into liquor stores. and drinking the alcohol, getting drunk. Like, how did that? How was that a? Mm-mm-mm-mm. Did he plan that with his other raccoon friends? Like, yo, we gonna rob the liquor store. Like, we gonna break into the liquor store. How was that? Mm-mm-mm-mm. That when I seen it, I was very tickled. Like, oh my goodness. So now, is this his first time having liquor? So, is this gonna start a whole addiction to alcohol? Is he gonna go break into other liquor stores in the area? How in the world? How? Just how? And what I want to know, how did he break in? They say he fell through. They say he fell through us. He fell through the ceiling, but they don't say like how did he get into the liquor store? Did he like? I want to know how he got in the liquor store. They say he fell through a ceiling, but that was after the fact, after him, passing out or whatever. So he had already drank himself. He got alcohol poisoning. Mm-mm-mm-mm. That this story just tickled me so much. All right, so I am done. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, I am pretty much done. So I'm just gonna take this out, put this here in a section. So the next time I come on live, I should be live again Tuesday. Um, I forgot the news story. I do have a news story to talk about, but I forgot what it was. So this is how much I got done so far. Whew. I'm working my way through. I'm working my way through. Oh my goodness. So so far, sorry, minus the hair on my shirt. This is how much hair I have lost so far. That's that. So I'm gonna whew, a lot of hair. I'll put this back up. Hopefully, I take this out on TikTok. Oh my goodness, I'm going over to TikTok. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what to expect. This will be my first time on TikTok. That's kind of loose, but I guess that's all right. All right, all right, all right, all right. Thank you for being here. If you have not liked the live yet, please make sure that you like the live on the way out. I will be live again, hopefully Tuesday, fingers crossed. And we'll talk about something then. So thank you for being here. I'll see you guys in the next one.